Hello everybody, you're watching the second installment of Ton of Arts. My name is William Myers, this is Randy Calvet, and here are today's top stories.
Our first top story for today will be Lafayette Parish's reversed cell phone policy. Some teachers are very upset with the new recent change to the cell phone policy. Prior to Wednesday's decision, if a student was caught with a cell phone, a teacher could confiscate it for 1 year. The new revised policy is a student's first offense will result in a 5-day confiscation, the second in a 30-day confiscation, and then the third finally in a year's confiscation. Finally got it out.
Yes.
Now, many teachers, although they are opposed to it, other teachers are very for the new policy because they are aware of the importance of cell phone use in extracurricular activities.
Yeah, this is true. I don't know what your school's policy was on cell phone use, but our school's policy had a very teacher-oriented system where it was actually up to the teacher whether or not to report it in often. And once they did report it in, you'd have to go to the disciplinary office with your parent, and the parent would have to sign out the cell phone. So the confiscation could last as little as 3 hours if, they came to pick you up or something. So I think that is an even more effective response because then the parents actually have to come in and they can stare down their children in the car ride back home.
This sounds like a wonderful opportunity for students.
Yes.
Our second story of the day is about the new oil rig that has appeared off the coast of Cuba on Friday. The oil rig was brought in by China and is operated by countries such as China, Spain, and Venezuela. Though the U.S. will not make any profit off of this oil rig due to the embargo that we've had with Cuba for over the past 50 years.
Yeah, the biggest issue here is that the embargo that we've had for all these years will become much less effective. Right now, the whole purpose of the embargo is to put pressure on the Castros, or at least make their life as miserable as possible by forbidding the sale of U.S. goods in the country.
Though they seem to be doing pretty well. I
don't think you can call Cuba doing very well by the least of it.
Well, if they have a new oil rig coming around.
Well, yeah, but honestly, they're not even going to be making that much money off of it. China, Spain, and Venezuela are the ones operating because they're the only ones with a comparable oil program to the United States. Another negative thing may be that this gives Cuba more leverage in their communications with other American states, as in this hemisphere. This has one glimmer of hope, though, for all of you people who believe that the United States went into Iraq for oil. Maybe now we can invade Cuba.
Very sound logic, Mr. Will.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Will, for that interesting analysis.
You're welcome.
Now introducing my next co-host for the next story of the day is Miss Kelsey Lacoste.
Thank you, Brandy. Okay, the next story that's coming up is about a very controversial issue, the SOPA and PIPA Acts. And an eerie reminder, SOPA and PIPA are really just formalities, as can be seen by the federal government's shutdown of the website megaupload.com on Thursday, January 19th, before the legislation has even been passed. The site is accused of facilitating millions of dollars of damages through copyright infringement. Though the website is based in Hong Kong, it leased some server space in Virginia, which gave grounds for the Justice Department to shut it down. 4 employees were arrested in New Zealand at the request of the U.S. officials. Now, this makes me very upset. How about you?
I think this makes many people our age, and of varying ages, very upset.
Very true. How can I watch my most endearing TV shows?
What about watching it on TV?
I have rehearsal 7 nights a week for about 4 or 5 hours.
I'm a college student. I don't have a TV.
Well, there goes my question about TiVo. What about on Hulu or the other various websites dedicated to their TV shows?
You mean the ones that will probably be shut down as well?
Well, I include the official websites for the TV shows as well.
Well, the thing is, the videos don't stay up there for a very long time. They stay up there for about a week or 2, and then are taken down to make space for other videos.
Now, are there any sites that we may tell our viewers about any that you may know about Miss Lacoste?
Well, signhill.com is a very good website, and if you put in like the TV show's name or something like that, it will give you a varying list of places to go, such as vidxm.com or videooob.com.
Can you spell oob for me? Thank you.
And but there's no saying that again those sites won't be shut down as well for the same infringements.
You might as well try them though, because they might stay up for a good while.
At least until the acts are passed or denied.
Our final story for today is about sex. Sex is now low risk for all heart patients. Well, most heart patients. Sex is safe for most heart patients who are healthy enough to walk up 2 flights of stairs without chest pains or heavy breathing. You can now have a love life, according to American Heart Association.
Well, what about those who are over 45 who can walk up, say, the stairs in H.L. Griffin, which are 5 flights?
Orgy.
Good news for the UL faculty. In addition to this, I would like to point out for those of you who do like sex and blood and gore and naked men and women, the hit series Spartacus is coming back January 27th. It's going to be Spartacus Vengeance on Starz with the new Spartacus starting this season.
Yay.
And that concludes this second edition of Telemarks.
Over now.
Oh. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Brian Fisher.
Mama's rocking. I feel like I'm about to choke. Mama's rocking. I feel on the inside. Girl, that's the thing I gotta get. Who knows these fools are my time? When I'm sitting down, I feel like I'm about to choke now. When I'm sitting down, I feel like I'm about to choke. Throw some thing on me. Who knows? Probably some my niggas broke. Put you in there, I put you right now. I seem so bad about my friend. Baby, say you like tonight. Baby, make it right.
Cuba. The ring appears to have been brought by China. And the trade, blah, 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 blah. Good news. Sex is now safe for all low-risk heart.
Pause.
I can eat. Well, then I tell her, baby, I as long as I'm here in this hospital, I'm about 2 times the blues.
You get one statement and that is yes.